Paul Gauguin painting Where Do We Come From, Who Are We, Where Are We Going at a tragic moment in his life shortly before his suicide attempt. The work could be a way of looking back on his past existence and imagining a future. In March 1897, Gauguin was informed of the death of his daughter Elena, who was named after the artist's mother. His suffering, combined with the difficult living conditions, led him to express himself in an important work. In spite of the commitment that the painting reveals, Gauguin says he completed it in a month's time. Only one preparatory drawing proves the design of the painting, which was painted in Tahiti.
The color scheme of the painting differs from the early Tahitian works characterized by a luminous atmosphere. The landscape is dominated by dark, unsaturated greens, blues and purples. On the other hand, the colors of the skin are warm, brown and ochre, contrasting with the landscape in terms of luminosity. Sometimes they create complementary contrasts with the blues of the background. The brightest figure is the young man standing in the center. However, there is no real ambient lighting. The colors create the structure of the image using a purposely primitive language of color distribution. In this way, the contrasts build the figures and the relationships between them.
Like other Gauguin's work, this one does not feature the use of geometric perspective. The space is given by the perspectives of size and overlay, and the figures seem almost cut out and pasted onto the background. The scene develops horizontally. Only on the bodies of the characters we can find a hint of faint shading. The bodies are painted without the use of chiaroscuro, and the forms are highlighted by a solid, elegant outline. The foregrounds tend to have warmer tones, while the further areas are cooler.
As we can see in the painting, the distribution of the 12 figures invites a progressive reading, starting from the right, where the child is lying down, to the left. The symmetry is determined by the figure of the young man standing, who is not perfectly central. However, the arrangement of the figure respects this setting. The woman with the infant on the right balances the young woman and the older one on the left. The two young people in the shadows reflect the figure of the idol and the woman standing next to the statue. Finally, the two upper corners are occupied by yellow backgrounds with the title and decorations.